There's a bench down past the bend where time forgets how roads should end. It creaks with age, the paint has flaked, but Lord, the peace it still can make. The bench by the old creek don't move, but somehow helps your soul improve. You sit and talk to no one there, and still feel heard in open air. I carved our names back in '09. They've faded now like old moonshine, but when the wind sings through the reeds, it sounds like you, it meets my needs. The bench by the creek knows our past, holds the laughs that didn't last. And when I sit with coffee steam, you join me there inside the stream. You don't need marble to remember, some love stays like mid-September. Not loud, not new, not on display, just sitting where your shadows stay. So if I go with one last breath, let them find me where there's no death, where memories and ripples meet, on that bench by the old creek. The bench still waits and always will, where love runs quiet, deep and still. Two chairs by the window face the field, where time moves slow and hearts get healed. She reads in hers, I hum in mine, and somehow that just feels divine. Two chairs, one view, one gentle day. No need for much, no words to say. We've learned to speak with just our hands, and silence builds what love understands. The curtain sways with noon's warm side. She looks at me and I know why. No need to ask, no need to prove. We're rooted deep, we do not move. Two chairs, one breeze, one steady flame. Not every love has to proclaim. Some just sit still and bloom in light, like flowers growing out of night. We've had storms and coffee spills, but love comes back when the house is still. And peace ain't found in perfect lines, it's in the space where stillness shines. So if you pass and see us there, Just know we're saying silent prayers of thanks for all we didn't chase, that brought us to this quiet place. 2 chairs by the window wide, and love that doesn't need to hide.
Used to flinch at thunder cracks, hide my heart and turn my back. But now I step into the storm, let the water rinse me warm. Rain don't scare me anymore. I ain't running for the door. Let it pour and soak my boots. There's peace in getting back to roots. I've loved and lost, I've cursed the sky, but never stopped to ask it why. Now I let the heavens cry and wear that grief until it's dry. Rain don't drown me like before. It just speaks what I ignored. Let it wash the years I feared. I'm stronger wet than I appeared. You don't get brave by staying dry. You walk through clouds and let them sigh. And when it clears, you'll see your name carved in puddles, not in shame. So if you see me walking slow through a field where gray winds blow, just know I've found a softer shore. Rain don't scare me anymore. Rain don't scare me, not one bit. It taught me how to finally sit. Passed by the house on Harlan Bend, just meant to drive, not feel again. But there it stood, the mailbox red, with her last name still painting dread. That mailbox with her last name opened up more than letters came. It held our vows and fights and tears, and all the weight from all those years. The porch light flickered like it knew that I was back just passing through. I didn't knock, I didn't stay, just stared and whispered, "You okay?" That mailbox still stood straight and plain, like a love that bends but don't complain. I left no note, just left the past, but somehow felt more free at last. We leave behind what can't be fixed, but sometimes pain and grace get mixed, and what remains in rust and wood can still remind us we once stood. So if you drive that road one day and see that name that slipped away, tip your hat but don't hold tight. Some mail just never gets sent right. That mailbox with her last name still stands in silence without blame. Don't tell all the things I feel. I let the wind turn every wheel. Not 'cause I'm scared, not 'cause I hide, but 'cause some truth just bloom inside. This is the quiet that I keep, not secrets, just a depth so deep. I walk alone, I love so wide, but I don't always let it ride. She knows my silence means I care. I show my heart through how I stare at every sunrise cup of tea, and all the things she means to me. This is the quiet love can be. No noise, no flames, no guarantee, but every day I show up true, and that's the loudest thing I do. I've chased the storms, I've met the skies, but peace came in a lullaby. Now what I keep ain't locked or lost, it's just too real for shouting cost. So if I go with little sound, no final toast, no trumpet sound, Just know I live the life I meant, with words unspoken, love well spent. This is the quiet that I keep, and Lord, it's finally helped me sleep. I set that chair at 6:15, right where the porch meets morning green. A coffee mug, a blanket fold, and every breath not bought or sold. A chair for the morning light, to sit and watch the world turn right. No breaking news, no race to win, just stillness I let settle in. The birds don't wait for cue or cheer, they just show up and sing sincere. I hum along, forget my name, and let the breeze forgive my blame. A chair for the morning hush, where time don't charge and hearts don't rush. It don't fix much, but it begins. The kind of day where peace still wins. There ain't a cure for all regret, but sunshine helps you not forget that every day ain't just a chore. Some are gifts you sit before. So pull up yours beside mine soon. We'll talk of trees and quiet moons, and even if we speak no word, the morning light will still be heard. A chair for the morning light is where I learned to love life right. She don't wear red, she don't wear lace, but she's got stars behind her face. She don't walk fast, she walks sure, like she's been through and found the cure. She's my kind of beautiful, not loud, just unmovable. She don't ask me to explain, she just sits with me in rain. She sings soft to boiling beans, reads old books and knows what lean means. but she glows in ways only the real heart knows. The world calls beauty something slick, but I've learned it's in the small and thick, in patched up jeans and crooked grin, where the truest kind begins. So if you see her passing through with no makeup, no fancy shoes, don't miss the light she carries wide. She's the kind that love won't hide. She's my kind of beautiful, and I thank God for simple, full. She don't miss the light she carries wide, where the truest kind begins. So if you see her passing through with no makeup, no fancy shoes, don't miss the light she carries wide. She's the kind that love won't hide. She's my kind of beautiful, and I thank God for simple fool. I bought a ticket, asked no place. The man just nodded, marked my face, said this train ain't about the end, it's about the parts you can't defend. The train without a name rolls slow, it picks up hearts too full to show. No luggage racks, no final call, just seats for those who've lost it all. A preacher sat 2 rows behind, a girl with ink and tear streaked lines. We didn't speak, but understood. Some rides don't fix, they just feel good. The train without a name rides late through valleys shaped by love and fate. Each mile a sigh, each track a bruise. You don't get back, but you can choose. And when it stops, you step outside, not new, not whole, just more alive. You learn the leaving was the gift. The pain you carry starts to shift. I walked off slow with lighter hands. The ground felt new, like second chance. No one waved, no banners flew, but hell, it felt like something true. The train without a name is real,
those too tired to even heal. We never danced in fancy halls, no bouquets tossed, no toast at all. She wears no ring, I sign no line, but she's been mine, and I've been fine. I don't need a wedding song to know where my heart belongs. Love ain't loud and vows ain't proof. She's been my always, plain and smooth. We share a truck, we share a cat. Our porch is cracked, I'm fine with that. She brings me soup, I fix her chair, and no one asks what we declare. I don't need a wedding song, we've been right all along. There's more to love than white and gold. Sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's bold. They say forever starts in church, but I've seen forever in her smirk. And when I'm sick, she holds my hand. That's more than music, more than band. So if we never cut a cake or dance in gowns by some big lake, just know we chose the quiet way, and I'd still choose her every day. I don't need a wedding song, she's been my right in every wrong. Found a shoebox marked, don't forget, filled with things I tried to regret. Old receipts, a broken watch, a key that never fit the lock. Shoebox of good mistakes I made, lessons carved but not betrayed. Every wrong I thought I'd lose, turns out they all helped me choose. A movie stub from 9 to 3, first date where she kissed, not me. A poem I wrote, never sent, still smells faint of her perfume scent. Shoebox of stumbles and slips, of almost maybes could have kissed. But Lord, I wouldn't trade a one. They built the man I've now become. We all break in different ways, but some cracks let in better days. I smile now when I rewind, 'cause 'cause all those wrongs were kinda kind. I tied the lid with worn out twine, put it back where sun don't shine. But once a year I lift it high to thank the past that let me try. Shoebox of good mistakes I made still keeps my heart both whole and frayed.
Saw her again on a Sunday light, white dress glowing in pale sunlight. She hugged her kid, then fixed her hair, and didn't see me standing there. Sunday after church feels sweet, like barefoot prayers on gravel street. I didn't speak, just watched her go. Some things are best left soft and slow. She used to sit 3 pews from mine. We trade glances when folks sang out a line. Once I thought we'd write our name in a Bible's back with vows and flame. But Sunday came and life took turns. Some hearts grow up while others burn. I stayed quiet and she found peace, a silent grace, a full release. The preacher spoke of love that stays, even if it never pays. And I believed it, just like rain that soaks you soft then leaves again. She drove off slow in her little car, left behind her perfume star. I turned and walked through grass grown high, whispering maybe, but saying goodbye. Sunday after church still rings like hymns that hurt but still have wings. I sit beneath the cypress road, tell the wind what I don't show. I've lied, I've left, I've let folks down, but here I don't need to drown. The trees don't judge me when I speak,
They let me bend, they let me creak. They whisper back in rustling grace, you're more than just your darkest place. I bring my coffee and old sins, lay them down where shade begins, and somehow roots don't pull away. They hold me firm through what I say. The trees don't ask me for the why, they just stand still beneath the sky. And when I cry, they don't retreat, they drop their leaves around my feet. I've seen folks leave when truth gets near, but bark don't flinch and trunks don't fear. So I return with every wrong to sit where I've belonged all along. So if you find me in the woods with trembling hands and busted goods, just know I'm healing where I should, in quiet shade, misunderstood. The trees don't judge me, never will. They teach me how to just be still.
I don't hate you, never could. Even when you left for good, I held the pain like hands hold rain, knowing storms don't always explain. This is me moving on, not in haste, not in song, just a quiet shift in breath and ground, where your echo ain't so loud. I took your frame off my nightstand, placed it gently near the land where roses bloom and die again, but always leave a sweeter scent. This is me stepping slow, letting old heartaches go, not erasing, not denying, just done with always trying. I still wish you mornings warm and skies and eyes that never twist to storm, but I no longer check your street. I found a path beneath my feet. So if you ever ask me how, I smile and nod, I say just now, not to brag, just to be true. I finally found myself without you. This is me moving on at last, with love for you.
but from the past. Lost a child in '82. Her man went cold in '94 too. But every spring, without delay, she planted daisies anyway. She planted daisies, soft and bright, in soil that never gave her light, and smiled at clouds that wouldn't break, like love was hers, not God's. Folks called her odd, a little slow, said grief had cracked her long ago. But I saw strength in hands that shook, and kindness no one ever took. She planted daisies, come what may, with quiet joy, not much to say. And if you stopped, she'd hand you one, like sorrow had already run. I once asked, why daisies still? She said, because they've been not killed. And when the wind blows mean and rough, they just hold on, and that's enough. Now when I face a heavy sky, I don't ask who or how or why. I find a patch of earth and clay and plant some daisies anyway. She planted daisies, and so will I, as long as hearts still learn to try. Never asked what broke my heart, just showed up with a truck that start. Dropped 2 cold beers on my porch rail, said we don't need to talk, just exhale.
The friend who brought beer but never advice, didn't quote books or Jesus Christ. He just sat down, let silence roll, like someone who knew how to hold a soul. He'd nod if I began to speak, but never dug too hard or deep. Just cracked a joke, then looked ahead, like saying, boy, you're not quite dead. The friend who showed up said not much, but somehow gave the softest touch. I healed more with his quiet grin than all the preachers preaching sin. Some wounds don't need talking through, just someone who'll sit next to you, not to solve, not to explain, but to say you're not insane. He left that night with a wave and dust, never said call or learn to trust. But I slept whole for the first time, 'cause some friends heal without a sign. The friend who brought beer and not a word still speaks loudest I ever heard. Stood still, same creaky door, same windowsill. The waitress smiled, but not the same. She didn't know your coffee name. That corner table in 98 still holds the ghost of our first date. Your laughter danced across that wall. Now it's just echoes, that's all. The jukebox played a faded tune, the kind we'd hum on Sunday noon. I sat alone, 2 cups, 1 heart, pretending we were never apart. That corner table in 98, where young love learned to hesitate, where you once said we'll be just fine. Now only silence sips the wine. They say don't go where memories stay, but some goodbyes won't fade away. I didn't come to chase the past, just needed proof it once could last.
paid my bill and tipped too much. Still left your napkin there untouched. One chair pushed in, one pulled aside, just like the night you said goodbye. That corner table's just wood and nail, but love still lingers in details. I've written lines and rhymed your name, lit old wounds like candle flame. But this time I just wanna rest. No poetry left in my chest. This is the last song I'll never write. No moon, no stars, no sleep at night. Just one deep breath and let you go. Not with a bang, but soft and slow. I kept you stitched in every tune, like shadows stitched to waning moons. But even echoes lose their edge, and some hearts need a final ledge. This is the last line you'll inspire. No smoky eyes, no silent fire. I won't pick up this pen for you. You're not my storm to write into. They say goodbyes make music best, but I found peace in quiet rest. You were a verse I had to learn, but not the one I must return. So I'll hum a tune that's mine alone, and leave your ghost outside my home. It's not regret, just closing light. The last song I'll never write. The last song I'll never write is where my silence starts to fight. I won't pick up this pen for you, and some hearts need a final rose. But even echoes lose their edge, and some hearts need a final ledge. Found her jacket just last week, tucked behind my winter sheets.
still smells faint of pine and rain, of whispered laughs and window panes. The jacket in my closet stays, even though she's miles away. It ain't just cloth, it holds a part of who I was when she had my heart. She left it there that snowy night, said keep it safe, then kissed me light. We swore we'd call, we meant to try, but seasons passed and hearts ran dry. The jacket in my closet knows all the truths I never showed. It warms me more than coats ever could, 'cause she once wore it when we stood. Some things you don't return or toss, they hold the weight of what you lost, and hang there quiet year by year until you're ready to let them hear. Maybe someday I'll let it go, or gift it to the wind and snow, but not today, it's not yet time, 'cause when I miss her it still fits fine. The jacket in my closet waits, not for her, but for what fate creates. Sanded down my porch swing slow, said this old wood still got some glow. Painted it white, then sat a while, said nothing much, just gave a smile. A porch swing named Grace, worn but true, like hearts that break then learn to glue. It squeaks a bit, but holds us tight as day turns soft and stars take flight. She don't ask about girls before, she just plants flowers by the door, sings to birds and bakes like spring, and every breeze feels less like sting. This porch swing's held more tears than time, but now it holds her hand in mine. It doesn't race, it just sways slow, and teaches me to let her know. They say some folks are just a phase, but Grace, she's roots, she's rain, she stays. And on this swing I found my knees, not to beg, just thank the breeze. We drink our tea in quiet throne, the past still knocks, but we don't run. The swing still creaks like it might fall, but somehow now
I trust it all. A porch swing named Grace, that's her too. Both built from love, both good as new.
Some days I spill more than I pour, drop my keys just past the door, but I still tie these boots up tight. Even if it takes all night. When my hands stop shaking, I'll hold yours. Walk that fence and fix those doors. But till then I hope you see there's still a steady man in me. You bring the tea, I bring the rest. My grip may tremble, but I'm blessed to reach across the years in pain and keep on showing up again. When my hands stop shaking, I'll paint bold, write our names in porch like gold. But even now, though grip is weak, it's your name that my fingers see. Ain't about strength, it's about staying. Ain't about speed, it's about praying. And though the storm may take my ease, I still reach out, I still believe. So when you see me miss the spoon or tap the table out of tune, just know I'm trying, slow and brave, to keep our love from any grave. When my hands stop shaking, you'll still find a heart that's steady, full and kind.